Hi guys, okay, I'm going to take you through a bit of a practice that we've done a lot in the past. It's particularly focused on, where I play in the pitch, which is around the midfield and forward line. It's a practice that we do over and over a lot at training or on our own or before matches as well, and it's really good for focusing on your stick skills but also getting your footwork going. So I'll walk you through it a little bit and I'll give you a look at it, and then we can talk about some of the finer points. But really, it's a combination of getting your Indian dribble and your stick skills going, but then actually how you work your feet, and then how important that is in a match situation when you're looking to accelerate past players with very simple stick skills, but using your feet to really inject pace into the play. So have a watch, and then and I can talk you through the finer points. Okay, it's fairly simple practice. We're just basically looking to V, drag and run a zigzag up this channel, but just keep an eye on the feet and the stick work, and then we'll talk you through. And then dribble back. Okay, so that's just the practice. We do that over and over all the time at my when I used to be doing a lot of training internationally. And really the things that we're trying to focus on when we're doing this practice is coming into the cone on the left hand side under control, keeping the ball out in front, and then checking the ball speed and moving the feet quickly in front so that you're able to accelerate quickly out from the cone and accelerate onto the next cone. So this, as you can imagine, is going to be a player, and what you're doing is you're coming at that player and you want to change speed and then move the other direction. And it's lethal. If you look at people like Jamie Dwyer, other senior internationals, this is exactly how they beat, 85% of the time. It's just a simple change of speed, and it's not moving the ball a long distance as much. It's about changing direction and then accelerating out. Other things to keep an eye on when you're doing the practice is obviously a nice check of the ball, accelerate out, but then get your head up early, and you start to approach the cone, and you can start to then control your speed coming into the next cone, control the ball, and we're back into a state of control, ready for the next one. You don't want to do this just 100 miles an hour as fast as you can. It's much more about come in under control, accelerate out to beat the player, and then regain control and set yourself up again. And that's really important in a match, because you don't want to just be running around as fast as you can, because it's really the change of speed which makes you a very effective player at beating people, not just doing everything as fast as you can. So have another watch at those couple of things and see if you can notice how I'm doing it. Notice all the time carrying the ball in a strong position, my head up. I'm not trying to push the ball out in front or letting it drop behind, but just keeping two hands on the stick, low hips, and driving through the play. So hopefully that will be helpful. You can do that over maybe 6 to 8 times with a jog recovery, a couple minutes, and then do it again, and have a think about your form and how it goes before you do the next set. Okay, so another practice that we would do a lot during training as well, together with the zigzag training, is another one that's focused purely on footwork. So again, like the other practice, this is really about how can you use your feet to beat players, how can you use your feet to keep your eyes open, your passing options open. And really, again, it looks simple, but actually this is the core of what being a great player is, which is actually just making the game simple, keeping the ball out in front of yourself on the open side, keeping all your options open all the time. So this one is quite a tricky one to get your head around, but it's quite good fun, and it's also really, really useful for your footwork. So all we have to do is we put the ball in the middle of this channel of cones that I've set up, and we just keep the ball in the middle of the channel all the time, but my feet have to go around the cones. And what I'm trying to do is not use my reverse stick, and also keep consistent movement all the time, one speed all the way through, so it's not jarry. So I'll give it a go. It's quite tough. Ready? Here we go. Oh. Not bad, first time. I did use the reverse stick at the start though, guys, so it looks a little bit awkward when you're doing it, and trust me, it feels a little bit awkward at first, but what you're doing there is you're doing a really great job of getting your feet around the ball all the time. And if you think in a match, if you can avoid putting it onto the reverse stick, then that's a positive thing, because the reverse stick is the weaker side to be. Your passing options are often closed off in this position. But if you can actually get your feet around, you can keep yourself alert, you can keep yourself open to all the options. I'll do one more, see if I muck it up this time. Let's go. Oh. Try and keep the ball moving the whole time. And out in front. Woo. There you go. So again, you do maybe 6 with a jog recovery in between, and then have a bit of a rest for 2 minutes and then do another set. You can do it before matches or during training or just on your own when you get a few minutes spare, but it's another really good practice to bring into your regime. Thank you.